Hey there, Heather Boyd here. Welcome to day 6 of the 10-day acrylic painting challenge. I will be posting tutorials every second day so that you have lots of time to catch up with the challenges. I would love to see pictures of your creations. You can email photos to heatherboydwire@gmail.com, or you can join my private Facebook group Heather Boyd Art. You can share photos of your creations from the 10-day acrylic painting challenge and any other of your mixed media artwork. Today I'm making a Neurographic secret word painting inspired by my friend Serena's secret word abstract painting class. I will link that up below in the description. So we started by writing out a secret word in acrylic paint, an inspirational word. I decided to do the word abundance, and we're using acrylic paint diluted with a little bit of water. I'm just using basic dollar store paints for this, and we are going to write the word in a kind of script, and then we are going to actually extend the lines of the letters to go out towards the edge of the canvas, and we're going to make it as decorative as we like, just being very whimsical with our lines. And then the idea is to fill in the areas with different colors of acrylic paint. Again, you might have to add some water or extender so the paints are a little bit more liquidy. And this was the basis for the abstract painting that I did with Serena. We continued filling in all the blank areas on the canvas with different colors, and somehow we magically went from this to this. And I will link up Serena's class in the description below the video if you would like to learn more. So for this project, we are actually doing neurographic art. So we started with the same base word abundance, and we used our folk art paints to fill in the areas of color. And just as a demo, I used fluid acrylics to make the outlines. So this is a Payne's Gray in the golden fluid acrylics. I'm using a longer size 2 brush, and we are adding some water to the fluid acrylic so it's even more liquidy. So this is just a sample to show you how I worked those areas. This one is on paper. The original I did was on canvas, so you can either use 140-pound watercolor paper, or you can use a canvas or a canvas board. So as an example, I'm just going to draw some lines and shapes to show you how the paint flows on the paper with this nice long brush. And we're going to start with a few shapes. Just make some basic shapes. Just go smoothly with your brush, and we'll block out a few areas that we'll color in after. And then what we need to do to make it neurographic art is we're going to fill in all the intersections with some more paint. And they end up looking like neurons in the brain. I'll link up a couple of articles about neurographic art in the description below the video. But we want to go into all those little harsh corners and smooth them out with some more paint. It's very similar to one of my stained glass watercolor projects. I'll also link that one up in the description below. And it just makes a really cool design, and the outlines are really a nice contrast to the colorful areas. And we'll just keep smoothing out those corners. Grab some more paint when you need it. You can darken up the lines if you need as well. And you'll see on my original piece how those little corners look. They're a little bit thicker. And then to color it in, you need to make sure your base is 100% dry. And then we're going to get our folk art paints and add a little bit of water so they'll run a little more smoothly. I'm using my same fine brush for this so I can really get inside the lines. If you do go over, you can always touch up your darker lines at the end, but we're going to fill in those areas of color. Now I'm not too worried about making a pattern. I'm just going to put some nice bright colors all over. Usually what I do is when I do a larger piece, I would do all the yellows first and then all the pinks first. It just is a little bit easier that way, and you can get them nicely distributed. And you might find that some of your paints are more streaky than others, so you can go over them with another coat, or you can make them quite transparent. When I do the stained glass technique with watercolor, I actually make the inside lighter than the outside area of the shape to give it a more three-dimensional quality. So you can have fun with this. This is very similar to the types of drawings we used to do when we were kids, where we would scribble all over a paper and then fill in all the areas of color. Even my husband Mark remembers doing that when he was a kid. But it's fun to do with the paint. It runs really smoothly and it makes for some nice vibrant artwork. So now I'm going for a neon green, and if your paint is too thick, just add a little extender or some water just so it spreads nicely. I really like the effect on the watercolor paper. It runs quite smoothly, and you can make some really nice crisp lines as well, as long as you have a nice fine brush. And if you don't have a fine brush, you can even do these outlines with Sharpie. Whatever works for you is great. And here's the finished piece on canvas. And if you would like to learn how to make Serena's secret word abstract piece, check out her Art Lovers Academy, linked up in the description below the video. So thanks so much for watching the video. Thank you to everybody who is participating in the 10-day acrylic painting challenge, and we'll see you the next time.